Hey, what is happening, you potato peddling pyro? So the Curitiba Regional Championships has just concluded, and Charizard absolutely dominated the tournament, taking 5 of the top 8 slots. 3 of them were this new build, this new Charizard EX build, and William Azevedo was one of those players piloting it and took the whole thing down in the end. That's the list, that's the deck we're going to be taking a look at and talking about here today. Here it is, Charizard EX. There's the Pidgeot in here as well. So a couple of usual suspects. No Arceus V-Star, though. We do still have a V-Star power in the Star Alchemy that we can use for the Forest Sealstone. A couple of V-Pokemon in the Luminion and the Entei to be able to get the value out of that from. And there's the Radiant Charizard in here as well. Manaphy to protect our bench. We got the Mew for a little bit of extra setup through the Mysterious Tail. Of course, this is not a Lost Zone build, as you might have been able to tell. And then there's a Mawile in here with the Tempting Trap. The Tempting Trap attack is used to basically just beat Gardevoir for the most part. There's a couple other niche situations where it can come up to utilize this, but mainly it's a win condition against Gardevoir. They put their Radiant Greninja in play. They don't play Penny or switch cards usually, so you boss in the active Tempting Trap. And as long as you have more cards left in your deck than your opponent at that point, you will just win the game by deck out eventually. Doesn't get too much more value besides that matchup. That's the main use case for the Mawile. Of course, there's a couple other situations that can come up to utilize it, but definitely probably the card to look at cutting more so than anything else in the deck. Now you might be asking, why is there no Arceus V-Star in this build? And to be honest, I can't fully answer that, but when I've played quite a bit with this deck. I've played some with the Arceus build, and this deck actually felt really smooth at getting that very powerful turn 2 Candy Pidgeot, Candy Charizard EX. Because for this deck to really operate, or when Charizard is most powerful, it's when you have the Charizard set up attacking with the Pidgeot in play to back it up, giving you pretty much any option turn to turn from there on out. And the way this deck so consistently sets up that turn 2 Candy Pidgeot, turn 2 Candy Charizard EX combo is actually through the power of Arven. There's 4 of the Arven in this deck. Search your deck for an item card and a Pokemon tool card, reveal them, put them to your hand, and then shuffle your deck. So of course, this can get us powerful items like Ultra Ball or Rare Candy to pull off a Candy into a Pidgeot, and they can also get us a trainer card. Usually when we grab that Forest Sealstone, which can become any card in our deck as long as we have a V Pokemon to put it on, like the Entei, like the Luminion. And then it's actually pretty easy to set up the turn 2 Candy Pidgeot and then the turn 2 Candy Charizard EX. So yeah, this build is definitely weird, a little bit out of left field, but to be honest, it's felt the best out of any of the Charizard decks that I've played with so far. Better than the Arceus builds, better than the Lost Zone builds. It doesn't feel like crazy broken or anything. Like this isn't going to be the new S tier broken deck that's going to be taking up 30% of the meta or anything like that, but it's a very solid way to play Charizard EX, and in my opinion, the best way to play Charizard EX that I've played with so far. So I definitely recommend checking it out if you've been wanting to try Charizard EX or just want to try Charizard EX in a new, different way, because I think it's the best way to play the Charizard EX that I've seen so far. A couple other cards to talk about real fast before we get into some gameplay. The Penny in here, really nice to help clean up our bench throughout a game. Penny just picks up a basic Pokemon on our bench. So if we use the Luminion or the Entei early on in a game with the Forest Sealstone, but it becomes a little bit more of a liability as the game progresses, we can always use the Penny, pick it up, and just attack our opponent's active for the turn. The 2 Lost Vacuum in here are really powerful to combo with that Mysterious Tail from the Mew as we get into later in games up against matchups like Miraidon and the Lost Tina matchups mostly. They're taking knockouts on our active. They can be hitting us with like Ionos and Judges and Roxannes, all comboed with that path to the peak. Lost Vacuum is nice because if we have the Mysterious Tail Mew in play and are able to get it into our active after our opponent probably KOs our active, we can use the Mysterious Tail to then find the Lost Vacuum. Lost Vacuum can then bump the path to the peak, and then we can use that quick search from the Pidgeot to go put together whatever our combo for the turn needs to be. With usually most of the time, to be honest, is like candying out the Charizard or finding a boss's orders to attack something else that's not our opponent's active with a Charizard. Choice build in here to help fix our numbers against V-Star Pokemon for the most part. And then there's also 2 Lost City in here. I'm not quite sold on the Lost Cities yet, but out of all the games I played with this deck, I didn't really play into the matchups where Lost City is most powerful, which are like the Gardevoir and Lost Zone matchups. Haven't really played up a ton against those, but hitting a lot of mirror matches and Miraidons and Lugias for the most part. And I think that's all I got to say about the list. Like I said, this feels like the best way to play Charizard to me from what I've played with so far, and it's definitely a cool, fresh, new deck, a new take on the Charizard EX. It's definitely worth exploring and trying out yourself. This feels really similar to a Shady Dealings Inteleon deck, where just like every single turn, you are able to get just enough pieces together to pull off a big game plan, and you're able to repeat that over and over again. The quick search comboed with the Arven is just about enough to consistently every single turn basically do whatever you want and do that every single turn after you get that initial setup going. That's the hard part, is getting that initial setup going. It can be a little bit tricky to maneuver in the early game. We don't have a whole ton of cards to work with when we're playing the Arven. You know, we're just getting like adding like 2 new cards to our hands when we're playing Ultra Balls and stuff like that discard a bunch of cards out of our hand. It can be a little bit tricky to piece everything together. It's not like we're playing a research for the turn and seeing 7 new fresh cards to be able to work with, but Arven does get us those exact pieces to make sure we can pull off those exact game plans that we're trying to execute, and it makes everything work so smoothly. I never thought I would ever be playing a deck with 4 Arven that felt so good. And with that said, let's go ahead, let's get into some gameplay. We're going first. Yo, dude, this hand is disgusting. This is a free dub, buddy. Hey, but should I ever go for... Should I just rely on the Mew hitting another Battle VIP pass? Or just do, I could go just Pidgeymander, right? Pidgeymander here works. Because then I can go... Pidgeymander does work. What could the Mew even grab? This or the... I mean, using the Mew would be really nice. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let me cook with this one then. This feels like unnecessary, but it's so good. But it feels like I'm kind of trolling here, to be honest. Like, I feel like this is like not the right play. But I gotta be out of VIP pass. No. Okay, hold up. How do we correct this? How do we correct this? Do this. We don't need choice spell. Crash card, anyways. All right, Pidgey. Now we're cooking. I honestly probably just shouldn't. I probably should have gone Pidgeymander. I don't know. I was just feeling it. I was just feeling it. It's fine though. We still got there. It would have been really nice if the Mew had seen a Battle VIP pass. It would have been in an insane spot, but I have no clue. Main. I'm gonna go ahead and say probably, but I don't know. I haven't played it enough of it yet. Did you miss Blastoise? No, we haven't tried Blastoise at all yet. Collapse is a little annoying, but it's not that big of a deal. Yeah, Collapse is a little annoying, but not that big of a deal. Now, are they playing Single Strike? There's a Great Ball there. Generally, you only see the Great Ball in the colorless build, so I'm gonna go ahead and make a guess that it's probably colorless, but I mean, we'll probably see. It won't take too long to actually be able to tell what build they're playing here. So we don't know for sure yet. I don't know for sure yet. It's kind of funny that 4 different versions of Charizard X have seen success. Yeah, the deck's cooking. Lock? Oh, no. Oh, but I have Penny. Huh. But I only have 1 penny. Interesting. So I have 1 penny and 1 escape rope. All right, that's annoying, but we can deal with it. Can I get the boss KO on it this turn? If this got me rare candy, right? I'm always getting Charizard off this anyways, though, right? Am I always gonna get Charizard off this? Hope this gets candy, and if this is always gonna get Charizard anyways, right? Yeah. All right, price 2 Charizards. My penny's here, my escape rope's here. Okay. And if this gets candy, oh no, wait, but this is gonna get the boss. Oh, I'm never doing it. I never is ending up that way anyways. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest. I'm never getting what I wanted. No, let's take this. Oh wait, I should have got the well, actually, is that correct? Because if I got candy off this, I could have got something else off of this. I could have thinned out the energies before I used the Mysterious Tail. I think I still used Mew first there, to be honest, but I'm actually not sure. I'm not actually sure about that. I think I'm just gonna hold this energy. I don't think I need to play it. I could play this now. I have 1 chop, so like they could boss KO this if I put this down. Maybe I just hold it for now. I mean, holding is probably about the same as playing, to be honest. I guess I could get Iono, but if I get Iono, I think I'm chilling. So. Yeah, they're gonna go for some kind of block Snorlax shenanigans. Is there a reason to like play the block Snorlax just so your opponent can't retreat? Like, does that do something? Or is it there just as a win? Is it there like specifically as a win condition? It kind of feels like it's there as a win condition. I don't know. I don't know if it actually is or not. This deck is interesting because, like, yeah, because it plays 4 Arvin. Like, yeah, this feels like it plays very similarly to like an Inteleon deck, where you literally just search out what you need on the turn, and that's literally it. And then you just like repeat that process. Very cool. Yeah, it feels literally. You know what this feels like? It just literally feels like Palkia Inteleon. This literally just feels like a Palkia Inteleon. It is pretty cool though. It is pretty cool for sure. Alright, so what's my win condition here? Just KO through their active? I think if I just knock out through their active, I just win, right? So I think I should just like go down that route. The first 2 prize cards here. Yeah, I'm never scared of them like getting a big 1K on me, so like a weird green Zard. Yeah, I guess, sure, yeah. Weird green Zard is another way to put it. That's fair. Yeah, that seems fine. I'll allow it. Oh, I kind of want to. I was like planning to use the Mezagoza. I'm not gonna lie. Quick search. Just get Charmander. I literally have nothing else to play this turn, so I could go Arvin or Nest Ball and no tool card. So I may as well just get the Charmander then, yeah, because I wouldn't mind top decking a Nest Ball. So Charmander attached to Charmander because I might not use the Mew. But I'm definitely, I could attach here now, to be honest. This here, with how developed my board is now. Now I'm a little bit more comfortable with that there. If they want to go boss KO it, I don't really want to use it though. I'm just gonna let it sit there. I don't think I need to use it. Take this knockout. Next turn, Candy Zard. Take another knockout. Just repeat the knockouts, and I think we just win the prize trade. I do want to look for a boss KO on Luminion. I mean, depending on what we get with the prize cards, we might be able to put that together. So far, it's looking okay. But yeah, boss KO Luminion this turn would be nice. I guess one of the questions should be, am I ever scared of a one-hit KO coming in from a weird year? I do have the Radiant Zard in the deck, so that could like throw things off, I guess, at some point. Yeah, that could definitely throw things off. Oh, they're Ionoing me. We'll see where this goes. Okay. Solid. I don't know how many energy are in the deck. That'd be a pretty good thing to know right about now, to be honest. But the Charmander is really nice. The Ultra Ball gets the Charizard. There's no candy on the bottom of my deck, so I should probably just start with Mysterious Tail from Mew, and then we'll go from there. So yeah, Mysterious Tail from Mew. Send up Mew, Mysterious Tail, get a rare candy, Ultra Ball for Zard, Candy Zard, and then I could go Boss KO Luminion, or I could just knock out the active. But I kind of want to Boss KO Luminion before they potentially. Oh, there's 2 Luminion now. Another Luminion. Would you imagine that? They are down their Collapse Stadium, so I don't know if Luminions. Honestly, yeah, I don't know if Luminions ever leaving play anyway, so maybe I should just knock out through their active, because that would, knocking out their active over and over again completely eliminates the threat of, I don't really want to, well, that's fine. Nah, knock out their active over and over completely eliminates the threat of Weird Ear, right? Pretty much completely. Alright, this first, rare candy every time. Then Ultra Ball away, VIP pass. And Entei, because I can play that probably. Charizard. And how many energy are in here? 3. Dope. I don't need all 3 though, right? I only need 2. Oh no, I can put the other one on the other bench, Charmander. Then I have my super odds in the deck as well, so I can get more energy later as well. So 1, 1, 1. And like I was saying, I don't think... Oh. I haven't played a supporter yet. Search. I could just play a research, to be honest, and just draw a bunch of cards. Like, Boss KO Luminion doesn't seem like it does that much here. Like, I'm not that concerned with doing that as a play. I don't think. I could just use research and just see a bunch of cards. Or could I Iono them? I know they have the Luminion in hand. Maybe I do the Iono. I'll go with the Iono here. I don't know. I get to see some more cards. I don't need a C7 card. Seeing some cards would be kind of cool, I guess. What if I also... Oh, no, they have Jets left. I was like, what if I hit him with the the Mawile that turn or something? That's not necessary. Yeah. Yeah, being aggressive in Boss KO Luminion doesn't feel like it was necessary. So I wasn't really feeling... Yeah, it didn't feel necessary to be aggressive here, to be honest. Like, to go for the 2 prizes. But he doesn't play Weird Air. It looks like the second place list from the Champions League. Yeah, it does look like that, but still want to potentially play around it. And yeah, that does give me that flexibility. Yeah, I mean, I guess if they're always I don't know. Did I know they were always benching this second? What is their play here if they're doing this? If they're benching Luminian, are they gonna go Luminian for boss, my Luminian V, and then only hit it for 160? That's my prediction right here. Nope, just another Iono. The Ionos like are not completely pointless, but they're pretty pointless when I have Pidgeot EX on my bench. Like, they're not doing very much. They're doing very little. Honestly, right now, quick search for boss. Quick search for research is also solid. Quick search for boss would be pretty good, though. What does this do? 150? Can they even KO my Charizard? I don't even know if they're going to KO my Charizard. They might not. All right, Charizard, Charmeleon, research. Boss KO now almost makes a little bit more sense, to be honest. I need that much less on my following turn. I'm just gonna go with the research play though. I think boss is here right now is probably correct, but I'm going with the research play. We're chilling and researching. Actually, there's nothing to grab off this. I probably shouldn't have used this because now I need to get Super Rod and the Zard because my Zard is dying. I mean, I'm not gonna do anything yet. We're just gonna chill. Oh, we're not saying, yo, I should have gone with the boss play. Using boss there for sure was 100% the better play. I have 1 Charizard prize, but I also have Super Rod. But no, I should be good on the. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Yeah. I should have gone with the boss that turn. That was the turn to boss for sure, I think. Yeah, we just always pull it off the prize cards. All these decks playing Retreat Lock Mons. Cringe. What? Mawile, Snorlax? Those are some of the coolest Mons. Yeah, this literally feels like an Inteleon deck. This feels like Palkia. 4 Arven is so crazy. Yeah, 4 Arven is wild. That was a little bit wilder, but 4 Arven is also wired. Also wild. I wonder how much you use Mawile. That feels cuttable. It honestly seems decent in the Lugia matchup. So like instead of punching a Lugia with a Charizard, you can Mawile it for a turn. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's no, but they have Jets. I guess that's what I said earlier. But then I like that's not good. It's funny that Mawile won in seniors too. Yeah, the Mawile takeover. But it does seem like the Mawile is probably the most cuttable card in the list, to be honest. Good in mirror. Oh yeah, it's good for like trapping up other Pidgeots. Yeah, it's good in mirror to trap Pidgeots. Oh, I don't think they realize I still have 4 Seal Stone. I mean, I have the boss in hand, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, I don't think they realize I still had 4 Seal Stone. So bossing my Pidgeot. It's always correct to KO my Charizard and hope I need too many pieces. Oh, that was feeling pretty good. That first game was feeling pretty good. Broken deck? Broken deck? Probably, maybe. Probably not. Does Choice Bell ever matter in this matchup? Probably not. It does let me like turn to KO Genesect. If I just play the game, I win. So we should focus on playing the game. I could have risked it there and just held the Candy Zard in hand. But that's probably not good enough because like they could like path turn 1 or something. All right, now we're chilling. Now we're really chilling. Wait, 30 damage for discarding Stadium is better. So I want to get this one out of the way first. Get a Pidgey as well. All right, now we're fine. How did Zard get so many? How did Zard get so many pros versus cons? Feels a little broken, yeah. What do you mean? How did Zard get so many pros versus cons? Entei is good in Miraidon and Lost Zone box matchup. Entei is good in the Miraidon and Lost Zone box matchup. I don't even think it is. Why would I want to attack with a 230 HP? Well, Miraidon can do something for our first initial knockout. like, it's not really that good in either of those matchups. Why would I want to attack with a 230 HP 2 prizer when I can attack with a 330 HP prizer? Although I guess the thing about Entei is like maybe your Charmanders get spawn trapped and then you need to use Entei to have just like some other relevant attacker set up. That could be the only thing I see. But if you can just get 2 Charizards out against Lost Box, you just don't bench anything else and then you penny up something and then you Iono them in the late game and you just win. Surely Miraidon's favored. Yeah, Miraidon should be favored. The Entei could be a difference between getting a turn 1 knockout or not, I guess, but they theoretically will be playing around your Entei by benching those Pokemon. In top 4, there was a different version with Heavy Pokestop and Cross Switcher. Yeah, I saw that. My prediction is that's going to be a worse version, but it's definitely something that might be worth giving it a shot. All right, what do they got here? Well, I mean, they should have the attack here. They have the Psychic Leap, or they could attack with Melodious Echo. What's better for them to attack with here? It's like the same thing, right? If they attack with this or with that, it's like the same thing. Yeah, it feels like the same thing there. It doesn't really matter what they attack with, I guess. So I'm gonna push Mew, D top deck. And then I could Mysterious Tail to try and get an Ultra Ball to get the Candy Zard off, but that's tough. Or I just want to research. I'm actually not sure, to be honest. Let's see what our top deck is first. Ultra Ball. Pretty good. Now I could get, instead I could grab the Pidgeot, to be honest. I could go Candy Pidgeot, attach Active Research. That sets me up better for like the late game, because I would have to draw into like a Charizard, and it's so likely that I get Candy Charizard if I grab the Pidgeot here. The only thing that really bad could happen is I could draw into literally all my energies. Okay, maybe because of that I shouldn't do that. Okay, let's grab this. That's the one really bad thing that could happen. I could draw into all my energies. Attacking with Zard here is like, it's gonna be hard for them to reach for the 1-hit KO this turn as well, so this probably is the correct play. Probably. Okay, so I can go. Hold on, let me think for a second. The lock said something about Spite Ops in chat. Now I'm like, now I gotta like refocus up for a second. I was consumed by the Spite Ops comment. Of course, we were drawing into the Candy Pidgeot. Honestly, the Candy Pidgeot was probably the better play. The more that I think about it, I like the idea of Candy Pidgeot a little bit more. The more I think about it, the more I like the Candy Pidgeot. Now, should I recover the energy right? Dude, there's all of my energy in my discard pile, except for 1. Now, should I recover 3 of them now? If they like judge me next turn, I don't want to find the Super Rod, but then I could like draw into all my energy, but it's really unlikely that I draw into all my energy. It's probably best to just play the Super Rod now for triple energy, because there's nothing else I really want to ever recover with the Super Rod. I don't need more Charizards. We just need to make sure we keep attacking with Charizards. We have all the Charizards we need in the deck. Appreciate 61 months there, Lock. I was first seed at my cup today with Lawson Spite Ops EX. But lost in top 4 to Turbo Lasso. The Spite Ops, bro. What does Spite Ops do again? Oh, KO's Charizard, right? Let's go, bro. How does Mew win this matchup? You don't. I mean, it's a really bad matchup. You don't. You cheese. You have to like play for full cheese strategies. Like if you go first as Mew, you go for turn 2 attack plus Judge Path. If you go second, you go for turn 1 attack, probably plus Path, to be honest. Like you just play for the full cheese, and then you try and save everything to be able to 1-hit KO a Charizard. But even then, like the matchup is just terrible. It's just a bad matchup. I don't even know if there's any way to fix it, to be honest. Even playing the Excelgor, whatever it's called, whatever it does, it's probably not worth it. But yeah, I don't even think that does enough, to be honest. Like this isn't gonna, yeah, this doesn't do anything. What are they gonna Psychic Leap, set up Oricorio? I mean, that's probably what they're gonna do here, to be honest. Yeah. They do push Lucario here, so they sign for the 2-hit, but I'm gonna go boss KO. I'm gonna boss KO the thing with the Force Seal Stone here, I think. We can just go. Ooh. Okay, I think we just set up the second Zard and basically like, I'm just gonna like, yeah, like this is probably the correct play, to be honest, as well. Like we're gonna go like this, get the rare candy. Andy the Zard. Load up 3 energy in play. I'll throw one on the Mew. Why not? Mew's a cool guy. Then we're gonna go ahead Luminion for the boss. So this will like, yeah, because if I go Pidgey out for the boss and don't candy out the Zard, then next turn they get hit me with some cheese. So this like completely eliminate. Actually, this honestly just might be the right play. This like completely eliminates any possibility of cheese, to be honest. Oh, I didn't even think about the Oricorio minus damage. That would have been embarrassing if I didn't KO that Genesect there. I didn't actually do the math. Obviously, like it worked out, but first this build, Excelgor is probably best. Horn beats the Arc version. I would say Horn gives you a chance against the Arc version. I don't know if Horn beats the Arc version. They can always just like, if they just have the Super Rod on the follow-up turn, then they just Super Rod and then you never get a chance to use your Horn and you just lose and you cry and it's all over. It's never good.